Good morning. Today I'm excited to talk with Joan Rogliano. She is the owner of Rogliano Real Estate. Not only has Joan been in the real estate industry for over 30 years, she also has a very specialized niche as a real estate divorce expert. Joan specializes in working with divorcing families and their housing decisions. Joan, thank you for taking time today to share your expertise with us. We are thrilled to be working with you.
Well, thank you, Kathy. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now, Joan, I would love for you to share what prompted you to combine your passion for real estate and your desire to help families as they go through one of the biggest life changes, divorce.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really thrilled to share this information, and I always find it intriguing how life leads us where I guess we're intended to go. And I was going through divorce myself when a number of my clients were experiencing the same transition, and I would counsel with them, and it was usually the woman. She would ask me to come out and we'd to chat about listing the house, and invariably she would be very emotional, sometimes just sobbing, and I'd say, well, why are you doing this? And invariably she'd say, because I don't have any other choices. Everybody's telling me the house has to go, and that's not what I want to do. This happened over and over and over again, and I came to the conclusion that there was really a need for someone to get this information out to consumers, that frequently there are choices regarding the marital home when people are transitioning through a divorce. This is really vital because for most people, the marital home is the largest financial asset that they have, and it's always a very, very emotional piece of this whole divorce settlement. So it just led me to start doing workshops on this topic to help disseminate this information to the Denver metro area public, that before you make any major life decisions about what to do with a marital home, consider what your options are going to be. And one thing led to another, and here I am.
Well, I mean, going through it personally gives you it is a huge benefit to your clients to help them through the process. And I think a lot of people would be surprised to know that there's a specialized designation for realtors who focus on helping clients that are going through divorce. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, and first of all, you're exactly right, Kathy. This makes a huge difference to people that you can empathize with the anxiety and the pain that they're going through. And for me to say I've been where you are, and it looks a little bit different for all of us, but there are a lot of commonalities. And let's see, in 2008, there was a new designation started, which is a real estate divorce specialist. And I went to the first class, and actually it was 2 days of training. One day was spent with a family law attorney talking about the anatomy of a divorce, and we received training in how to best guide families to help them to make the decisions that were available to them. We learned a little bit about the financing options, the tax options that are involved, and also how to be an expert witness should we be called upon to appear in court in a divorce situation. So it's been very, very helpful to have all of this experience and education, that coupled with my own personal experience of divorce and kind of the confusion about what to do with my own home has really been a boost in helping me to help my clients.
And so what would you say from your personal experience of going through this and the clients that you've helped, what do you feel like the biggest misunderstanding is as people go through divorce and home?
Well, I think there are a couple of them. The first one is, as we were talking, that there generally are options available to people. I think from what I've heard from being in this arena, frequently people are told, the women in particular, that they don't have the choice. The house has to be sold. Everything is going to be put in columns, so to speak. We're going to wipe the slate clean. The house has to go, and everybody's going to move forward. So that's probably the biggest misconception. The other seems to be that, oh my gosh, we have to hurry up and we have to do this right now. And one of the first things I generally say to clients is, I suggest that you just take a deep breath, and you're just in the information gathering stages. So call in your team of professionals. You're likely to need a financial planner because you want to look at what your short and long-term goals are. You need a tax advisor likely to help you understand what the tax consequences are. Should you sell? Should somebody keep the house? You certainly need a realtor to help you assess what's going on in the market and to gauge your timing. So gather the professionals around you and listen to their guidance and gather as much information as you can before you as a family decide what to do with a marriage home.
That's great advice, Joan. I mean, slowing down in the midst of such a difficult time and making sure that you assemble a team around you to get you through that in all the different areas that are involved in it, not only your home, but your finances, is huge. Selling your home, most people have gone through that, is very stressful. And when you combine that with the transition of divorce, emotions are running high. So how do you handle both of those different areas of life when they come together at one time?
You're right. This is absolutely an off-the-charts experience with very long-reaching consequences. Because once you have signed that final agreement, it's very hard and, if at all possible, very expensive to have any changes made to some of the decisions that you have agreed to in this final agreement. So again, I would suggest we go back to this whole team concept and maybe bring in your personal support system. And that might include a divorce coach. This is a huge new arena. A lot of people are specializing in divorce coaching. Maybe you need a mental health professional. Maybe you need some sort of support group that focuses just on this demographic. And I found, with the extent of my work, that when you can have the experience to talk to other women in particular who've been through this, that helps to diffuse a lot of the anxiety that everybody's feeling. And all this anxiety and pain when the parents are experiencing this trickles down to the kids. So by getting some counseling and support in that arena, it really helps the entire family.
And that's a great point, is having a support system around you that has gone through what you're going through and can guide you and provide you with resources. And that brings up an amazing organization that you've founded. And even though you help both men and women, you definitely have a path for helping women as you've gone through this. Can you tell us a little bit about the Wildflower Group and what it's about?
Yes, I'd absolutely be thrilled to do that. And the reason why I've chosen to concentrate on women a little bit more, though yes, I do help the family as a whole, is because statistically the numbers are there that women take a huge financial hit, generally speaking, when experiencing divorce. And coupled with that, generally speaking, again, they tend to be the primary caregivers for the children. So they're experiencing a double whammy. They now are financially in a more vulnerable position, and they also have primary care for the children. So through my work in the divorce arena of guiding people about what to do with a marital home and doing workshops about divorce in your home, what are your options, we organically grew a group, a grassroots group of women who came to the workshops who then said, well, gee, I just met Misty at this meeting and we'd like to get together again. So we were talking about maybe we could do this every month and get together and talk about different topics, or maybe just to get together for fun. And that's in 2006 exactly what happened, and I launched the group called Wildflower Group. We have a website, wildflowergroup.net, and it has grown into a national organization. We have wildflower groups operating here in Denver, in Boulder, and in Fort Collins. We're also in Maine, California, Indiana, Arizona, and we're growing. We are a national support group that works together to assist these families in any way that we can. So it's very, very exciting to see how this has blossomed, because this is a topic that touches just about everybody's life. Everybody knows somebody if they haven't been through a divorce or widowhood themselves. So it's very exciting to see how we're growing and helping the communities where we're launching.
Joan, it's great to hear that you took up two different passions of yours for women going through divorce and real estate and combined it into such a great foundation to help so many people. Thank you so much for sharing today. And if any of you would like more information on the real estate industry, the market, or how to transition through selling your home or figuring out if you can keep it with divorce, you can connect with Joan on Twitter, LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, please post them below in the comments. I know that Joan would love to answer them for you. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you. This was absolutely my pleasure, Kathy.